Hi everyone, this is Mashuk Mia. This is my YouTube channel, Webcode. Welcome to my Webcode YouTube channel. Today I will discuss about Python basic to advanced tutorial. I will discuss how to learn machine learning basic to advanced course. In this course, I am an instructor. Now I will discuss machine learning. Today's introduction course. Uh, Previous course I will give you some information. Um, Courses curriculum. If you like this video, then share with your friends and subscribe my YouTube channel. So today I will discuss Python, who was invented, its important of advantage of real world or real life example. So Python features. Python introduction. Who uses Python? Python feature, operator in Python, data types in Python, flow control, function in Python, file handling in Python. Note this tutorial for your future life. Python to so easy and implementation. So let's to learn. So any question with respect to today's agenda, please feel free ask to me or put your opinion in the description below. So let's move on the next slide. What is Python? Python is widely used, interpreted, object-oriented, and high-level programming language with the dynamic semantics used for a general purpose programming. Python is a dynamic and high-level, free, open source, and interpreted programming language. It supports object-oriented programming as well as procedural oriented programming. So now to start off, you can see Python is just simply and easy to learn. Now the reason that Python is a simple, easy to learn is mainly because it is reasonable the English to language a lot of resources. When you check out the other programming language, then you can compare it to the another language. It's so quite easy to read and write. Programming is in the Python. Now after that, Python is also free and open source program, and it's follow the flow philosophy. When you have free and open source software, so you can freely distribute as well as create, so you many have different flavors of Python, as well as you can use any other no, one of them and to distribute them without any problems between C and C++, Java. Definitely you can know that. mm, So I would assure you Python is one of the most easiest programming languages, and you can learn easily, and you can get a huge rich open source resource on the online internet. Using Python, you do just to be about 16 line code, you will get easily software. You can imagine it, Python converted to level, convert to the low level machine learn language. So when you will talk about the low level programming language. It basically refer to the level programming language. So now we can uh, easy to step like easy as 1 2 3. Oh no, Python is simply and easy to learn, read and write, obviously free and open source. Python installation. Now go to the Google and search the www.python.org and install your Python code editor. Then I will show you in my next video how to install this and how to install PyCharm in your local storage like in your computer. Okay, so don't worry. You know that Python workflow and it's easy and very easy. So at first, who thinking the what is Python? Object oriented high level language, train data, then implement data implementation, then procedure oriented, then again object oriented. It's the circle of Python. So the most interesting topics, the who uses of Python. Actually, you know that YouTube, Google, Dropbox, Raspberry Pi, and BitTorrent, NASA, the NSA, and Netflix, and you know that Facebook, also Facebook. So here are the 8 company uses in the Python different domains. When I say domains again, I refer to how Python is being used to for a various application development, various field in the interest again. So let me give a better idea. So what? Look at YouTube now. YouTube is the all biggest platform in the world, sharing of your videos. Any kind of video you can make it and just upload in this platform. So now YouTube is the most one of the video sharing service today. Now YouTube largely return in the Python. So their Python is a basic being used as a scripting as well as programming language. Again, when you look at the Google, uh, which is its parent company, like that. Do you know that parent company? On kind of father. It uses Python to improve its web search system. Like that, you can anything as you can search, then you will get a result easily. So like that, it's a search engine optimization. So you to get a better search result as well. You know that Google is one of the most company and uh, makes extensive uses of Python, and it's like that. It's not a basically web search system. It's the robot and AI marketing and the different kind of system. So Google use in Python on kind of like the Dropbox. Dropbox is the storage service codes both its server and desktop client software primarily in Python. Do you know that Dropbox? The Raspberry Pi signal board computer promotes Python as a educational language. Do you know the BitTorrent? BitTorrent is the downloader, one kind of downloader and file sharing system. BitTorrent peer-to-peer file sharing system began its life as a Python program. Do you know that? Obviously, here you can NASA. NASA actually Los Alamos, Fremulab, JPL, and other uses Python for scientific programming tasks. They are solving any kind of problem solution of using Python. The NSA uses Python for a cryptography and intelligence analysis. Do you know that how is the most important? Netflix Netflix is the one of the most biggest mm, movie and song, any other uh, exam system, another platform on kind of movie recommendation system using their Python. So again, company using Python. Uh, I recommend it for you. Do you know that obviously any examination or any kind of board exam, Google, Facebook, obviously Facebook, Instagram, Shopify, Quora, Netflix, Dropbox, Reddit. Quora, like that, what kind of Quora system using their Python? Basically, Quora is a, when you will get an idea, then you don't understand, then you cannot exit exactly the answer. Then you can go to the Quora and on any kind of question, then post, then many people, huge people, they give their answer and their opinion. Obviously, it's I like so much Quora. Do you know that Reddit is the on kind of social media, like on kind any kind of share with your partners or another friends. The Reddit is the obviously a question platform or giving answer platform or video sharing or etc. So why to learn Python? Oh no, it's uh, not quite impossible. Python is the high level, and oh, I told it and I skip now. Uh, I'll, I'll skip these topics like what is Python? No. Okay, I list down some of the key advantages of Python, learning Python. Python is interpreted. Do you know that what is interpreted? Python is a process at a runtime by the interpreter. You don't need to compiler your program before executing it. This is similar to Perl and PHP. Python is interactive. You can actually see the Python promote and interact with the interpreter directly to write your program. Python is object-oriented. Python support object-oriented style or technique of programming that encapsulated code with the within object. So, who invented Python? It was actually it was created by the guy Ben Rusum and released in 1991. Web development, server side, software development, mathematics, system scripting. Actually, this slide is next slide. I will discuss about it basically. What can Python do? Actually, Python can be used on a server to create a web application. Python can be used alongside software to create a workflow. Python can connect to the database system. It can also read and modify files. Python can be used to handling big data and perform complex mathematics. Python can be used rapid prototyping or production ready software development. So you can understand easily what Python do. Characteristics of Python. Following are implementation characteristic for the Python programming. Actually, it supported functional and structural programming languages. Methods as well as OPP, object-oriented programming. It can be also used as the scripting language, or you can apply it by the byte code for building large application. Obviously, it supported the garbage collection. It can be easily integrated with C++, COM, ActiveX, Cobra, like that, Corba, and Java. So it's mistake. Application of Python, as I mentioned it before, Python is one of the most widely used language over the web, and I'm going to list a few of them here. Actually, easy to learn. You can understand why easy to learn in Python. Python has a few keywords, simple structure and clearly defined syntax. This allows the student to pick up the language quickly, easy to read. Python code is more clearly defined and visible to the eyes. Third number, easy to maintain it. Python's source code is fairly easy to maintain. Number of 4, a broad standard library. Python's bulk of this library is a very portable and cross-platform compatible on Unix, Windows, and Mentos. Interactive mode, Python has a support for an interactive model sorry mode which allows interactive testing and debugging of snippet of code. Actually, do you know that why interactive mode? Actually, it's supported of the interactive basically testing and debugging for the snippet of code. Portable. Why Python is portable? Python can run on wide variety on hardware platform and has the same interface on all platforms. Number 7, extendable. You can add low level modules to the Python interpreter. This module enable program to add or customize their tools to be more efficient. And number of 8, database. Like the Python provides interface to all major commercial database. Number of 9, GUI interface. Basically, what is GUI interface? Python support GUI application that can be created and forwarded to many system calls, library, and to Windows systems such as Windows, MFC, Macintosh, and the X Windows system of Linux. History of Python. Like that, Python history, who was invited, and basically when invited, and you can Google charts. Then you briefly describe and history. You know that history of Python. I skip these topics. Python syntax compared to the other programming languages. Python was designed for a readability and has some of similarities to the English language with the influence from the mathematics. Python uses the new lines to complete a command as opposed to other programming languages which of users. So today I'll finish this tutorial like that. Into part 2. Please, if you benefit my YouTube channel, then subscribe my YouTube channel. Wife code. See you again next tutorial.